Hey everyone, it's Joe. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a good old-fashioned journal with me, so grab your journals, your planners, or sketchbook, and let's get started. So as usual, I am using my Midori Traveler's Notebook in the regular size, and I am repurposing a vertical weekly insert that I purchased back in 2018, and I'm using that as my daily journal insert. And today the theme of my journal with me, or my journal spread, is kind of going down memory lane and looking at how my art and my art journaling has changed in the past few years. So back in 2017 and 2018, I feel like I had a very distinct style. And I'm not saying that my current journaling methods or style isn't distinct. I'm just saying that I had a much more clear-cut way of doing things back in 2017 and 18. And now I feel like I'm a little bit more free and loose and kind of more experimental in my journal, which is great. But for the purposes of this video, I kind of outlined a few main things that I do in my journal back in the day. So I realized that I always incorporated some sort of torn paper element, whether that's like torn craft paper or some sort of pattern paper that has like a pretty neutral pattern to it. And I will usually layer a whole bunch of papers that span across both pages of the spread. So as you can see, I have this grid paper pattern paper that I've been using a lot. This is actually from a thrifted paper bag set that I got a long time ago for a thrift journal with me. And I still love this paper. You've probably seen this pattern a lot because I actually incorporated it into a lot of different spreads before. But as usual, I'm using my tape runner to adhere that onto the spread. And the second thing that I like to add to my journal spreads back in the day was incorporate some sort of quote or collage element on the right hand side of the spread. So I would get a picture or a photograph or some cool spread from a magazine and cut it out and then put it on the right hand side of the spread and then put a quote over top, whether that is using some sort of watercolor or using a brush pen. I'll usually overlay that on top of a collage element. So you'll see that in a little bit. I actually have a photograph that I used, and I'm going to use that on the right-hand side of the spread. But before I move on, I should probably say that this awesome coffee illustration is from an artist named Stephanie Chung. I actually mentioned her in my earlier video this past week, and I love her work. She does a lot of screen printing, and all of her work has this very graphic element. Like, it looks like graphic design meets modern illustration meets screen printing. I don't know how to describe it, but I love her work. You can see the texture on it. It's amazing. I'll link her down below. She also has some free coloring pages right now that she released for the rest of the community to use. Just because she is a generous human being, but I'll link her down below. I love her work, and I wanted to repurpose the calendar that I purchased back in 2019 and use it in my journal, but I'm kind of treating it in a very precious manner because, I don't know, they're so cool and they're screen printed. It's just a lot of work, and I wish I could just keep them up on my walls, but people are going to be wondering why I have 2019 calendar spreads all over my walls when it's 2020. But as you can see on the right hand side of the spread, I am kind of following that pattern where I have a photo, which is a photo of me, which is kind of narcissistic, but I was at this kind of outdoor mall complex, and they had these really cool grasses, and I was making fun of those Instagram photos of people like covering their eyes with their hands, standing in front of like a cool grassy field, but I was just at a mall complex, and I thought it was funny. But then when I saw the photo, it turned out like really good, and it may or may not be my current profile photo for my personal social media, but I love it. It's ironic, and I don't know, it's kind of nice having like a photo of yourself in your journal. I mean, it's like kind of narcissistic, but whatever. Like, You gotta love yourself as well. But as you can see, I did this multi-layered paper situation on the right hand side of the spread where I took this awesome stationery print paper and then I put a vellum tip in, and I did a concealed tip in. So the vellum paper is actually folded and it is adhered underneath the other pattern paper, so you can't see how that vellum is adhered to the page. It looks cool because it looks like it was built into the notebook. And I've done this technique before, but as you all know, I used to call myself Job Vellum, which is so cringy now in 2020, but I still love vellum and I still want to use it a lot in my journal. And I think going back to my old journal spreads, I've realized how much I do love using vellum how much I love using vellum in my journal spreads. I feel like I repeated myself a million times there. And as you can see, a good old brush pen has made an appearance again. This is my Pentel Aquash brush pen filled with Sumi ink, and I used to use this all the time. This was before I figured out that the Pentel Fudinowski brush pens have the same effect but are less messy, because this pen is filled with Sumi ink instead of water. The brush pen gets a little bit messy and gunky, and it would usually leave a mess on my table. So I haven't been using it much, but using it in today's journal spread made me realize how much of a favorite this is for me. It just yields a lot of texture, and I love how organic it looks. And the last thing that I usually add to my journal spreads in the past, especially in 2017 and 2018, is the use of washi tapes on like certain edges of the page. And I still do this, but as you can see, there is a piece of washi tape on the bottom of the left hand side of the spread, and then I always usually put a piece of washi tape near the date marker. So I used my tearaway calendar sheet that Mitz sent me, and I use that to kind of be the date indicator in my journal spread today. One thing that I also used a lot of in my old journal spreads was using a lot of stamp elements. So I used my wooden stamp set that I purchased back in Korea. This is from a super tiny shop in my small village that I lived in, and I can't really link it to you, but I'm sure there are similar wooden stamp sets out there. To kind of finish the spread off, I am just journaling with my Muji pen, and I haven't been journaling with my fountain pens a lot just because I kind of cleaned them out and I have been too scared to fill them with ink again, because I just realized that I'm a horrible fountain pen owner. I don't clean them very often, and it's really detrimental to the pens. And yeah, I just want to take better care of them, and I'm not at the place where I can consistently clean them like every month. So I only have like 2 or 3 pens that I have filled right now, but I will probably in the summer fill up all my pens again, just because I'm able to clean and maintain them a little bit more. I also added this piece of receipt paper that I got from the Regional Assembly of Text, which is a local Vancouver stationery store, which I love. They are currently closed right now because of the social distancing and self-isolation that's happening in Vancouver. But I think they're going to be opening up a web store, so I'll try to link that if it is open already, because I really want to help support a lot of the smaller businesses here in Vancouver, because it's a tough time for everyone. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this kind of time travel back to 2017 and 2018. I kind of love how this kind of evokes a sense of nostalgia while also merging a lot of my current style, like the pencil crayon elements that I've been loving right now. And yeah, I've also incorporated one of my favorite artists. So I really like how this turned out, and let me know what you're doing during your self-isolation period that's keeping you sane, because I am starting to feel a little bit cabin fevery, but maybe that's just me. Okay, I've rambled long enough. I will see you all next time, everyone. Bye.